Hello.
Alright, I need to make changes here because what I've realized is that this time of year I don't get direct sun here. So I need to move this stuff, clean it up, and then move some things around. I'm going to take this down. I'm just going to put a little snack tray where the direct sun does go because we don't have much in here anyway. And see what we can do to improve things. I'm gonna do something with these today. Oh boy, it's like science experiments everywhere. It's like a little seagull. I've got all my little sparkles. I might keep this in here just in case we change our minds. The problem was I couldn't have such a big table on the other side and my husband couldn't get out to the grill. So, since we don't really have a whole lot out here, I'm just going to use a snack table And then if we either need to buy a table or put the big table back up, we'll deal with that when it comes. Most of the sun exposure happens right here. It's not right now because it's already passed. One idea I had was to see if my spider plants would root. And there's two ways to root a spider plant. One being putting it in water, one directly putting it in soil. I'm gonna put them all in water. And this guy, he needs fresh water. He needs, I don't know what he needs. He needs to come out to the kitchen. These, oh, my lighting. These red onions need to get potted today. And if I'm doing this wrong, you guys can tell me. And I'll change it. But I'm cutting these where the nub is and just setting them in the water. That was my idea. That way I could do a lot of them at once. And the ones that are successful could come out. And the ones that are not successful, so I'm looking for roots. When I see roots, I'll know I won. So if you have any instructions for me, I'm all ears. But these were kind of ugly outside, so I thought I'm gonna bring them in and see what happens. And then I brought them in and did nothing with them. So you see that? Am I getting enough of that? Let me know. See? Like this one's nice and big. I really don't want to lose that. And it would give me some free indoor plants. Well, not free because I already paid for them, but you know what I mean by free. I would love to give some away to one of my neighbors. She's had a lot of health problems over the years. I'd love to, if she's interested anyway, to bless her with some of these and just see what happens. And you can see I can fit tons in this little pan. I could have got more probably, but I'm happy with that. Alright, open this up, we'll be back. This guy is so delicate. It actually looks really dry. I'm gonna give him some water. I don't know how often the water is. I gotta ask Rachel. One thing that I have really been trying to do recently, let me shut off my air conditioner, is to inventory my pantry, fridge, and freezer before I go to the store. Now, we did go to farmer's market just for fun, and so we kind of picked up whatever looked good to us. So, you know, that's why just like, or for example, my husband, he was like, I got this new recipe for a steak ragu and I want to try it. So he went and bought steak. You know, that's all fine. It has to be fine. If it's not fine, then I'm just angsty and grouchy and it doesn't do anybody any good. I got sand all over my, my desk. Ah! Anyways, so week one, I brainstormed what I could make with what we have in the house. And some of those things got brought down to week 2. And so this will be week 3. So what we had a week ago Monday, we had the Nunug soup, which I did post in one of my videos here. This Monday we had homemade ramen Yvonne and I made together with like the thin Thai noodles and broccoli, Brussels sprouts, onion, veggie broth, garlic, that kind of thing, tamari sauce. I did steak and cabbage, and then that was last Tuesday. Then this very immediate past Tuesday, we did the summer veggie soup, that was last night. It has zucchini and corn. I used up the rest of my frozen corn, onions, black beans. I did my own black beans in the crock pot. I'm doing that from now on. So one of the things I need to do is bag them up and freeze them in small amounts. We did, oh, you know what I might do is flash freeze them in muffin cups. I wonder if that would work. Anyway, we did homemade pizza. We did Mexican rice for a lunch and then tacos for a supper. Friday, my husband and I were alone. We had, well, Rachel was there, made her own. We had leftovers. We just kind of, whatever was in the fridge. Then on Saturday, I used the fish that was in the freezer and we had fish chowder. And then on Sunday, we had the steak ragu that he had wanted to make. So, feeling good about that. And now I'm ready to tackle this week. So, some stuff I know. So we did the homemade ramen on Monday. I'm gonna keep that on here just so I can really have this be nice and neat. Not gonna lie. The summer veggie soup. Summer veggie soup. And we have leftovers of that in the fridge. And then we're gonna go from there. All right, so as I do things, I cross them off the list. And one thing I really want to do is share with my husband what I'm doing, which I haven't really done. And just show him these are the things I would like us to eat this week, because I'd really love to finish up any meats that have been sitting in the freezer. So that would be, I'm going to go through this list. That would be the boneless pork for one. And you know what I'm thinking is we can just see who's here, thaw it all out, and grill whatever we have. Chicken thigh for one and pork for two. So I'm going to be thawing all that out today, and if I'm going to cook it somehow. And then the other thing I really wanted to use up was the chicken legs, and that was for two. And honestly, this is going to be tonight and tomorrow night, and if I have too many people, we'll just add something with it. And then I never did the pasta with Alfredo sauce because the girls just haven't been home enough. So that can go on here as an option. Peas, turkey bacon. Haven't done the vegetarian chili. Pancakes, turkey bacon. Steak for one, I'm gonna put up here. And I want cauliflower pizza, and everyone else can have regular pizza. Were you planning on eating the flatbread for supper tonight?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, because I've had these meats in the freezer, and I would love us to eat them. I had to turn the air back on. So that's already 6. So I feel like we could easily come up with number 7, especially once I clean out the refrigerator. So this goes up on the fridge. So tonight, grilled meats and sheet pan veggies. The great thing about rhubarb, I've cleaned it, and so I am going to dry it because I'm going to freeze it, because I don't have anything to make with it right now. I'm going to cut the ends off, and the great thing is you can just slice it, put it in a freezer bag, and you know what, actually, rather than putting them all in one, in case they freeze together, I'm going to split them up. Let's see. I'm going to look up how much I need for strawberry rhubarb pie. Don't you love, oh man, I just clicked on the ad by mistake. Don't you love trying to get to a recipe online? I'm like, no. The advertisements though. Can we put the ingredients on the top, please? 1 pound of rhubarb. All right. Which I feel like I could just do 2 cups, but I might as well do what they're saying here. Well, hello, Leo. They say 1/4 inch pieces. I don't worry about that. Sometimes I also will peel it like celery, you know, because it can be stringy, but because I have a very sharp knife, it's not a problem. If you don't have a sharp knife, it's helpful if you are prepared with like a carrot peeler, potato peeler, to pull off the strings or to peel it first. So each of my baggies will have 1 pound in it, and then it'll make it that much easier for me to use it in a recipe. The only thing else I might make with this would be a rhubarb sauce. I don't think I would make like a jam. We don't really eat jam because we don't eat a lot of bread. Dad and I went for a walk this morning. Dad was like, you want to go for a walk? And I go, yeah, I just do the boat launch though. I just don't feel like I have the energy. So we go to the boat launch, and all the people from the boat parade were just coming into that area. And so they have like plastic chairs down there now, like 4.
Huh.
So we sat in plastic chairs and watched the boats.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Most of them weren't really that decorated,
Yeah.
but it was nice. Little surprise. We were like, oh, because it was like 11. I think it started at 10, but we weren't where you were supposed to be, you know?
Yeah.
I thought I might get 16 ounces out of what I picked, but no, I got 8 ounces out of what I picked. Oh well, that's cool. I gotta put it in 8-ounce bags.
Yeah.
Because I guess it takes 16 ounces to make a strawberry rhubarb pie. Seems like a lot.
You can almost half it.
True.
I wrapped one of the ounces separately in like a little saran wrap and put it in the bag as well. That way the bag was 8 ounces and then an extra ounce in the saran wrap, because I just thought it would make it easier whenever I go to make a recipe to have 8 ounces separately. But I didn't want to cut down all the rhubarb. My husband and I are trying so hard to make sure that we manage all of the resources that we have. A lot of times I've planted gardens and then stuff has wilted or died in the refrigerator, and we don't want to do that this year, you know, with anything that we have. So we're trying very hard to be extra disciplined with ourselves. Something's been eating my collards.
have a feeling it's Japanese beetles. I wonder if the baking soda trick would work. I feel like pulling it out. And then this, I don't remember what it is, if anybody knows. Let me show you. What do you think? Let me know, if you know. And then does lettuce just keep getting taller because you're picking from the outside? That's what it seems like. But I am looking forward to a nice salad. What I did was I took some chicken breast and I cut it up and I put green goddess seasoning on it and roasted it in the oven, or put it in a glass pan, put it in the oven for about 20 minutes, cut up, cooks in no time, and then that is going to be perfectly seasoned chicken to go on a fresh salad. I'm going to cut extra because I bet you Yvonne will want a salad too. Rachel's not really into salad. I can't wait till I have cucumbers to put on this. See, these collards over here are doing fine, and there's nothing eating these. I should have Rachel cook these for herself. If there's any too much brown on a leaf, I get rid of it. But it shows me I should have been harvesting it before it went brown. That's for sure. Sometimes the pieces on the inside get neglected. I don't get a lot of sun either. Let's see if these are ready. This, I feel like, you see it? I feel like that could go one more day. I do have some in the house that I can use that I picked already. And then these are serranos. We're getting lots of good serranos. Ooh, this one. Look at that one. I guess he wants to be outside. There's my jalapenos. Those are doing really well this year as well. I need to get this rhubarb. Get some chive. This rhubarb is an extra blessing because it was there when we came. Like, we did not plant this. You're supposed to break it off. You're not supposed to cut it. Honestly, I was in that pen. And I do not bring the leaves in the house. I put those right in the woods. They have zero use. You can't eat them. Let me show you one reason I need to make sure to harvest is because things like this, see, it just, you know, it's cloudy. Uh-oh. There's a problem. Yuck!
On to evening time, and I have been working on a wreath. And what I did was I took pine cones in another video, I cut them, and I painted them with patio paint. So it's an acrylic that is outdoor safe, or I should say outdoor worthy. And so I painted them. I painted the centers yellow, and then I just variegated different colors for the rest. And it's amazing how much it looks like flowers, and it looks very antique-y. I also baked them, which you're going to see at the end of this video because I'm going to realize I need more. And this has just been super relaxing. And once I get started, I don't want to stop. So the first time when I was working on them, I think I worked at least 4 hours, and this was 2 or 3 hours this night as well. I'm just really enjoying it, but it's kind of like a cross stitch project. You know, you're not going to finish a cross stitch in one day. So it's just something I'm going to peck away at it. And I bought 2 of these grapevine wreaths with a gift card that my daughter Rachel got me for Mother's Day. And the other one, I've been looking at designs you do with the full pine cone where you paint them. So I'm going to do that. And then in the wintertime, I'm dreaming of doing one that's all white and then spraying it with like silver glitter. I think that would be so gorgeous. So I'm just having fun getting back into crafting, looking up new ideas on Pinterest. So that started with the painted rocks. Now I'm painting pine cones. And again, it's just like I was saying before, I'm really trying to utilize all of the resources that I have. And so around my yard, I have pine cones and rocks, and I go to the beach and I get shells and driftwood. So you're going to see more of this. I'm just really enjoying just escaping the pressure of needing a ton of materials and just having fun with what I have and just buying a few things like inexpensive paintbrushes at Dollar General and some patio paints on Amazon. Let me know, do you enjoy craft projects? I would love to know what you're working on down in the comment section below. Another thing I'm trying to do, because I have done quite a few declutters of craft project materials, is buy something, use it, and then perhaps, think about something else I might like to do and get supplies for that. I don't want to have a lot of craft supplies. Also, if I do a craft project, you always have to buy more than you need. It's very much like buying food for a recipe or screws for a DIY project. You get more than you need a lot of times. And so I am going to make tough decisions if I do that with craft projects, that I will be donating what is left over rather than keeping it just in case I want to do something else. So I don't really want to have a lot of craft supplies hanging around. Here's my progress so far, and I need to cook some more pine cones. Now, before I was doing it on like 170, even though the directions said 140, but I just saw that you can do it at 250 degrees at more like 30 minutes. So I do like cooking them. I find, because I tried it both ways, I did some that I hadn't cooked, and the ones that are cooked are easier to cut because they're like crispy, if that makes sense. And they are also open as they dry, so they look more like a flower. Thanks so much for being with me today. Remember that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.